What's up, everyone? It is time for New Music Friday. I'm going to be taking a look at some of the upcoming albums coming out throughout the week of September 22nd. I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on what I think we can expect from some of these new releases. And I did purposely say albums because I didn't really have a whole lot of time to go through all the albums and singles this week. So I'm only going to be specifically talking about albums. So if there's any singles that I missed or something you're looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is so I can check it out. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. It helps out so much with YouTube's algorithm and it's super simple to do. And if you want to help support my channel, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. Doing all that stuff just does wonders for me, and I appreciate it more than you guys could ever imagine. But anyways, let's talk about some new music. War of Ages releases their new album titled Dominion. I listened to, or I guess I skimmed through some of the singles for this, and I'm pretty excited for it. I feel like they've been getting a lot more attention lately from people who aren't even really into Christian music, just because they've gotten a lot better at writing songs. I feel like when I was younger and the band first came around, I don't know, they just didn't have that certain flair that other bands within their genre had. They were a little bit more heavy metal. They just, I don't know, they weren't that exciting. And I feel like they've started to get that lately, which is great because, it's about time. We also have a new album from That Art Is Murder titled Godlike. I've been stoked for this one since they released Human Target. I'll admit it's not their best record. I enjoyed it. A lot of fans I see put it down towards the bottom of their list when they're ranking their albums. But I don't know. I feel like the singles for this are going to be fantastic. It's just, they're great so far. I've been enjoying every second of it. And I feel like this could be one of their more heavy focused records. I don't know if it's going to be as good as Hate. We always wish that they release something, that catastrophic in terms of how heavy and crushing and just how memorable it's going to be. So, we always got our fingers crossed. We also have a new album from Cannibal Corpse titled Chaos Horrific. Their last album, Violence and Imagine, was phenomenal. It was one of my favorite albums from 2021. It's hard to imagine how they would be able to do something better than that, especially since they're in such a tight niche. It's hard to imagine how they can continually keep themselves sounding fresh, I guess you could say, or coming up with new ideas. But I don't know, they always manage to do it, so we'll see. Wolves at the Gate, which is another Christian band like War of Ages, is releasing a covers album titled Lost in Translations. I saw that they did a cover of Breaking the Habit. I just really hope that it's good. They could do a good job at the covers. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've really listened to Wolves of the Gate, so it's hard to tell vocally how they sound there and just how much they're going to change it in terms of making it heavier, because I'm assuming that's what they're going to do. They could absolutely kill it. They could do a great job at doing these more risky songs such as Pardon Me from Incubus, and I think they have a Foo Fighters song on there as well. I mean, they could completely screw it up, or it could be an absolute hit. We also have a new album from Mercenary titled Soundtrack for the End of Times. This band, honestly, it's kind of hit or miss with me. I love my melodic death metal just as much as the next guy, but they're not quite as melodic or quite as death metal for me. But they do have their moments, and I feel like some of these singles, it could just be strictly for the singles, to get people excited. The singles have some really cool, heavy moments to them, but I don't know, it just comes off a little Dream Theater-ish for me, a little too prog, a little too much of sounding the same thing for my ears. But I don't know, it could be a nice change. It sounds a little promising, not gonna lie. We get a new album from Oni titled The Silver Line. This band, they kind of remind me of Shrezzers, but different and a little bit more progressive, I guess you could say. What interests me the most is the features that's on this bad boy. We got Howard Jones, Jared Dines, Kellen Quinn, and also Josh Gilbert, and that's just on the 3 singles that he released alone. This album is going to be absolutely sick for sure. If you have not heard this band, I highly suggest you check them out. I listened to the single that has Howard Jones and Josh Gilbert on it. It is absolutely amazing. And we cannot forget the new album from Stained titled Confessions of the Fallen. It's been 12 years since they released their self-titled album, which, I don't know, I kind of quit listening to them around that time. Honestly, after Break the Cycle, it kind of fell off for me. I mean, I still go back and listen to that, and it's pretty sad. It makes me feel pretty bad. I can't imagine how I got away with listening to that style of music for so long, for such long periods of time. But it's safe to assume that this, I mean, with things to be seen, this is probably going to be just a, I don't want to call it boomer rock, but definitely dad rock for sure. But the single, specifically Cycle of Hurting, it goes so hard. I mean, it's touching metalcore. So who knows what this thing's gonna be? Again, it's a single, so who knows what's gonna actually be on the album? Of course, the band and other people who've heard it, but well, I mean, it could be absolutely heavy all the way through, or that could just be a single to get us psyched up. I don't know. I might do a review on this one. We'll have to see. If anybody requests it, I'll probably check it out, and I'll see if I got time for a review. There's just so many good albums coming out this week. And that is it for New Music Friday. I wish I had more time so I could talk about some of the singles, but I don't know. It's been a kind of a crazy busy day / week for me. So leave a comment below letting me know of any singles that you guys are looking forward to or any albums that I missed that you're looking forward to. And again, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like. It helps out so much. It keeps me in your recommended section on YouTube, and it shows YouTube that you're interested in my videos. So even if you're subscribed, it will continue to show my videos to you. Otherwise, if you're subscribed, there's a good chance it probably won't. But if you want to help support me and my channel, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. Doing all that stuff, super simple, helps me out tremendously, and I appreciate it more than you could ever imagine. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night, whenever you happen to be watching this, and I will talk to you guys next time.